Woodworking is a fun and rewarding hobby. I am not instructing on how to operate power tools. Please refer to manufacturer's manuals on correct usage. And always use eyes, ears, and breathing protection. Okay, disclaimer out of the way. Let's get busy and build this. As always, enjoy woodworking. This project is a Mahogany Desk Caddy with decorative coin. Mahogany grows mainly in the Americas, Florida, Honduras, Caribbean, used in furniture, musical instruments, wood crafts, boats. It's a very strong, durable, even-grained wood. Rot resistance, I find it to be one of my favorites to work with. The boards were pretty straight, so running them through the planer to dimension to the correct size wasn't much of a problem at all. Going to move over to the chop saw and cut out the size of the actual Desk Caddy itself. This is a jig that you can use to square the wood up on one side at a time. And what you do is it runs on a little track and will make the wood square on one side so that you can then move over to your actual fence to dimension the size of the wood to the size that you want. It's a nice little jig. It really comes in handy. A little cleanup here, and we're going to put the fence back on. Now we're dimensioning the size of the actual project itself and measuring up my fence to actually take the bottom of the dresser caddy off so that when you drill the holes you can glue the base back on. Back over to the planer, and what we're doing here is actually cleaning up where I had just split the bottom off so that the two pieces will be flush together after drilling the holes in them. A little bit at a time does a better job, so that's what we're doing, just running it through and making sure that everything's nice and flat and clean. Now to measure up the size of the actual dresser caddy itself, as well as lining up the actual hole saws so that when you're drilling them out, everything comes out correctly as far as how you want it to look. Okay, over to the drill press. First we're going to do the large center hole, and then the two smaller ones on either side. Okay, holes are cut. Gonna do a little routing, which is a lot easier to do with the base still missing. As well as tried using the shop vac to keep some of the dust down. Then moved over to the oscillating sander. This is hooked up to my dust collecting system. Just cleaned up the inside of the holes. This is the back portion of the actual dresser caddy that you would hold your envelopes. While I was doing this though, I thought it would be a better idea to make the cutout a little bit wider so that you could actually put a notebook back there. This is the actual gluing up of the base back onto the dresser caddy. You can never have enough clamps or enough glue, so that would obviously set up overnight. And okay, these are the two pieces that will be joined together with some dowel rods. I'll drill out 4 spots for dowel rods and then use a little bit of painter's tape to align the two pieces together, then split the painter's tape. And of course, for the attachment of the two pieces, let's do some more sanding. And the pain of every woodworker, sanding and more sanding, but without it your project won't turn out the way that you'd like it to turn out. Okay, this is the attachment of the actual backsplash, for lack of a better word, to the actual base of the Desk Caddy itself. In go the dowel rods and clamping it together for a nice fit. This is the finishing of the project. It's I use 1/3 mineral spirits, 1/3 boiled linseed oil, and 1/3 wipe-on satin poly. You saturate the entire project, then wipe it off. And I've found that you got to wait 24 hours between each coat. It's a long process, but 3 coats of that and a little bit of wax, and call it a finished project. And of course, whenever you do a project like this, you never get everything perfect, so there was a little spot there I had to clean up and then come back and go over it again, but no big deal. Thanks for watching. More projects are in the works. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, wubwoodworking.com. As always, enjoy woodworking.